I heard that you have been feeling lonely and you have been feeling sad because of this. And in this video, in this chat, in this Sunday chat, we're going to be talking about how you can get away from the feeling of being lonely even when you're actually physically alone. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hi. In this video, as I said, we're going to be talking about how you can make yourself not to feel alone when you're actually alone. What are the things that you can do? What are the things that you can tell yourself, and how you can overcome this loneliness when it comes for you to be alone? There are a lot of situations when it happens that you're lonely. So there was a time when I lost my best friend. There was a time when I moved away from my family and I was living alone. There was a time when I started a new job or a new school and I was alone. Like, I didn't know anyone. I had no friends. I knew nobody from my work, from school, from that given country. Yet I did not feel alone. I did some things that I developed throughout the years, and they helped me to overcome this feeling of being alone, even on those days when you're alone. So the first thing is that accept the fact that you're gonna have those days when you're alone. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're not friendly or that you're not nice or that you don't deserve to have friends. It just simply means that you evolve in your life. Okay, when you go to have a new job, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I'm scared to have a new job. I'm scared to go to another school because I'm scared that, I'm going to be alone. But that's okay, because it means you get a promotion or you change industry or you change countries. And that's okay, because every time you find yourself to be alone, it also means that another door opens. And when you go into another room, it's normal for you to feel alone. It's normal for you to question, why did I leave my previous job? Why did I go to this different school? Because in the other room, you know people, but in this new room, you don't know people. And that's okay. Because even though you have to start over, it also means that you are getting something better, something new, something that you never had before. And maybe you're gonna make even better friends. Maybe you're gonna make new colleagues, or maybe you're gonna make new partners. God knows, but you don't know that. So don't be afraid, because even though at this very moment you feel alone because of something good, because you went to a new school, because you started a new job, because you moved to another country. Do not look at the fact that you're alone. Look at the fact that this is something new, and you have to be alone to have something new, because if you are not alone, it means you have been in that given situation for years. So after a while, it's time to move on. It's time to step up that career ladder. It's time to graduate. It's time to fulfill your dreams of moving to another country, moving to another city. So accept the fact that being alone is something that you have to deal with, and this is not gonna be forever. I started a new school in September, right? And now it's October and I have friends. I moved to a new country and I have friends. I started a new job and I have friends. So it takes time, to find friends, to find your people. But just because you start something new, it doesn't mean that, you will never have friends, or it doesn't mean that you will always be forever. It means that it's time for you to shine, to be yourself. Second thing, that you have to be okay with the fact that you have to spend some time with yourself. This was the one thing that took me a long time, because I didn't like my own company. Okay, going to a cafe is boring by myself. Going to school and sitting alone is boring by myself. Studying is boring by myself. These things are always way more fun with other people. Obviously, we are humans. We require human contact. But this doesn't mean that you should hate your own company. When I was traveling alone last year, I went to Berlin, Paris, and London by myself. And the reason why I went by myself is because I moved to the Netherlands by myself, and I didn't have those friends who wanted to travel with me. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go to Berlin by myself because it was close. You know what? I'm just gonna go to Paris because Paris is my favorite city in the whole world. I'm just gonna go to London because I have been working very hard. I deserve some me time. And as I was traveling, I realized, you know what? I like my own company. Okay, I travel alone. I get to decide where I want to stay, what I want to do, what I want to eat. When you go into a cafe and you see everyone with friends, okay, you can sit wherever you want. You can order, eat, and you can leave wherever you want. You are not bound to those people. I'm not saying be alone, never go out with your friends or your partner or whoever you want to go out with. I'm just saying that sometimes it's normal to be okay, because you need to be okay with being alone. There are some times, you have a husband, but he's going on a trip and you have no kids. Then what are you going to do for a week? You're not going to feel good because you're alone with yourself, or your wife wants to go on a girl's trip and you have still no kids. You have to be okay with being alone. You have to be okay with spending time with yourself, because you always spend your time with yourself. But when you are with your friends, you always forget about yourself because you focus on your friend A, B, C, and that's okay, because that's why you have friends. But be okay with being with yourself, because that's also normal. And in these situations, when you move a country and you have to eat alone in the cafeteria for a month because you don't have friends yet, you're not gonna feel like, oh my gosh, this is so cringe, I have no friends. You're gonna feel like, you know what, this is cool. You know what, I'm just gonna put up a movie, or I'm just gonna write my assignment while I have my lunch. That's so cool, Everything has a good side. But the question is, can you find it? And my last tip of how you cannot feel alone when you're actually alone is to find distractions. So as I said, for example, you have to go into a cafe by yourself and you think to yourself, okay, it's so cringe if I order a coffee and I do nothing. So maybe bring a book or do your assignment. When I was back in London and I had to wait for the bus for I think 5 hours, and I already had to leave the hotel. So I had to leave the hotel by 11 and my bus wasn't until I think 8 in the evening. So I was thinking to my head, okay, I need to be at the bus station by 7. So I still had a lot of time to kill. It takes me an hour to get to the bus station. So, I had to leave around 6 and I left the hotel at 11. So I had 7 hours. Okay, I'm gonna have lunch for 2 hours. I still had 5 hours to kill. Okay. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I need to go to a cafe because it was insanely cold. I was in London in April and in the UK, the weather was still very cold. So I thought to myself, okay, I have to write my thesis, right? So I can go to a cafe, order coffee. So 1, I got lunch. 2, I did my thesis. 3, I wasn't freezing. And I was in a cafe for 5 hours, buying a coffee, buying lunch, buying a snack, all these things. And I didn't feel alone because I wasn't fixating on the fact that I was alone sitting in a coffee. I was fixating on the fact that, I was doing something. You want to sit alone in a cafeteria. Okay, sit alone, but do not fixate on the thing that you're alone. Try to maybe read a book or do something on your laptop. Or, I don't know, maybe try even to invite people to sit with you. Or if you see someone already sitting alone, try to go there and be like, hey, do you mind if I sit? So if you do something that will get your mind off of the fact that you are alone, you will not feel like you're alone anymore. And this is why if I'm forced to do something, I have to take the train. Okay, I'm sitting alone, but I listen to music, I scroll on my phone, I write my assignment, I read a book, I look at, my to-do list for tomorrow. I always do something. So it doesn't feel like I'm a loser for sitting alone on a bus when everybody's sitting with their friends. I'm not a loser for sitting alone in a cafe. I'm not a loser for sitting alone at a cafeteria. Because 1, I am aware that sometimes this happens because I'm new at the school, I'm new at the job, I'm new at the country, I'm new at an environment. 2, I'm fine with being myself. I love myself. And when I love myself, I don't mind if I'm sitting alone or with my friends or with my boyfriend or with my family, because I like my own company. Okay, I actually enjoy being in my thoughts, thinking about my past, my future, my goals, my life at the moment. Sometimes I just get a cup of coffee, I sit in a coffee and I'm like, okay, my life is actually pretty cool. And 3rd is you distract yourself. Okay, so you get a book. It's perfect. I'm in a cafe by myself. I'm drinking my favorite coffee and I'm reading a book. And life is good. I don't care if anyone is with someone, with a partner, with a friend. I don't care because I'm with my book. I'm with myself. This is the time when I recharge. So when I go out with my friends the next day, I'm fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped those people who feel like they are always alone, who are not okay with being with themselves. I will make more videos about how you can love yourself and how you can get to the point where you can just go to a cafe alone and you don't feel embarrassed, or even go on a trip alone and you don't feel embarrassed, because honestly, I love going on holidays with my family, with my friends, with my boyfriend. But when I went alone, I really felt like, you know what? I really enjoyed it. The freedom, the fact that I got to know myself. You know, I was walking 30K steps in Paris in a day. That was crazy. If I was with other people, I'm not sure I could have done that. I'm not sure I could have seen everything. But because I was with myself, I saw that. I still go on holidays with friends, family, and my boyfriend or whoever I want to go with. But I'm not scared anymore to be alone. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you do not want to miss out on any more videos like this, or if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section. I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you have an amazing week. Bye bye.